What's up, everybody? This is attorney Dan Nguyen again, and I want to talk a little bit more about trademarks again. And I was watching one of my favorite shows, Shark Tank, and on this episode, the person pitching was selling pili nuts. And I've never heard of pili nuts before, but Mark Cuban said something about the pili nut that I think everyone should know, and it kind of illustrates how long he's been an entrepreneur, how he understands marketing and branding and brand protection. So pili nut, that's the name of the nut. And what Mark Cuban says is like, hey, pili and pili nut. That again, that's the name of the. It's the name of that, and the name of the product was had the word pili in it. And so what Mark Cuban says is, hey, he put two and two together. It's like, hey, the name of the product contains the word pili. That's not protectable. That's the ingredient of the of the product, and it goes back to kind of how distinctive um, um, names must be to get to be registrable or to be protectable. So in the spectrum of trademark protection, there is a generic, descriptive, subjective, arbitrary, and fanciful. And what the trademark office says with regards to descriptive marks is merely descriptive mark describes an ingredient, quality, characteristic, function, feature, purpose, or use of goods or services. So in this case, it was the actual name of the ingredient or name of the nut. Things like good, high quality, great, characteristics of goods or services. Those particular terms are not protectable. And so while you can have those names in kind of a longer name, you'd have to disclaim those, and those parts would not be aren't protectable. And so what you really want to be is, at the minimum, you want to be suggestive. And suggestives are kind of, people have to take one step into thinking and making the association, right? And then further along with that is arbitrary and fanciful. Arbitrary are names that exist in real life, names that exist in the dictionary, but have no connection to the goods or services. So like Apple for computers. And then lastly, you would want fanciful, which these are made up names, and typically they are the strongest name. Actually, they are the strongest names out there. So if you have to go back to drawing boards, at the minimum suggestive, but I would want my clients to be on the fanciful or arbitrary side of the spectrum, because that gives them the best chance for registration. All right, so this is Dan. I watched Shark Tank earlier this week. I wanted to share with you guys what Mark Cuban said and how he understands trademarks, and hope you guys too. All right, if you have any questions, go ahead and pick up my book. I'll put the link below, and pay a little bit of shipping, and I'll send that to you right away. All right, this is Dan. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.